Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Leonard T, this time with a Dauntless video. Now in this Dauntless video I'm going to talk about the new recent update. This update is like a prequel to the next big one, which will be bringing the new Radiant. Well, it won't be an escalation, it'll be a hunting ground, but we'll get to that before. So, the Hunt Pass. They really changed the Hunt Pass this time. I'm not sure I like all the changes that they've made. For instance, now if you pay for the Hunt Pass, all you get is an armor. That's it. Everything else you get, it's with cells and rams and ace cards or waste shards, I don't know exactly what they call them, you can get in game. So you're basically paying for stuff that you can get in game, except for the armor. The weapons now have moved to the vault, or what used to be the vault is now the reward cache. To get these weapons, you need to do dailies and weeklies, which turns the game a lot into a live service game, something I don't like, because the thing is, I pulled away a bit from Warframe to Dauntless because I didn't have this. I didn't have this tasks, daily tasks and weekly tasks to do. I would just come into Dauntless, kill the behemoths, get the parts, build the gear, and then maybe if Warframe had something, I wouldn't have to. So I can go back and forth between the two. Now, well, Warframe is not in the best state, but both of them have this task now, which really is detrimental to me as a player to be jumping around from one in the other. So many times I just pull back from everything. This wasn't the case because I had a lot of vault coins saved from the previous, from the vault. I had a lot of vault coins, so they transferred to this new reward cache system, which has 2 currencies, and I was basically getting everything right at the gate. I still had to do a little work, and I still missing a few weapons, but yeah, this kind of system doesn't really, it's supposed to be like the free pass, but the free pass is just negligible now. At the moment, it's just negligible. But yeah, I kind of feel a little conflicted about it because now I have to grind for these things where before, if they were in the Hunt Pass, I would just grind for that and then leave the game and come back when it was something good again. But yeah, this time they want you to play this game constantly. Like every other live service, they want you to play this game constantly, and I'm not really into that. Still, you are getting stuff for free, and the weapons do look good, so I am getting those. I'm not getting the armor, though. I don't think it fits. I don't think it looks good. I have seen that the dailies do not overlap. For instance, in this particular I'm showing you, I had to kill a neutral behemoth, and I had to do kills with a frost weapon. And I am killing a neutral behemoth with a frost weapon, and only one of them is counting, only the neutral. Then I had to do kills with a frost weapon to count again, which I don't think is good. I think this should be fixed. I believe this is a bug. I believe this is something they didn't address, and it will be fixed in the future, but I don't know. Now, another thing that was big when this update was coming was trials. Oh, they're going to change trials. Trials remain exactly the same. They changed what they said was going to be challenges, are goals, but the goals are exactly the same. You have to kill the behemoth, you have not get killed yourself, and you have to do it in under 5 minutes, or you should do it under 5 minutes. But these aren't exactly challenges or goals. This is trials. Trials is the same as always. When I saw you had to kill it without getting down, I was like, oh, hard trials are going to have revives now. Oh, that's cool. That's a change. That'll help a lot of players. But no, it's exactly the same. You still have only 1 revive. So again, I don't know if this was a feature or if there's something they did overlooked. But yeah, hard trials is at least exactly the same, and I still can't do it. Now, the big thing that came with this update was a new path. I don't see why they made this. Most players haven't even completed the old one, and we get stuck with this new one that we have to grind for these nodes and all over again. And I was like, I don't understand this. Why do this now? I mean, I know it's something that will be used for Radiant escalation, Radiant hunting grounds or something, but it feels off, and I'll tell you why. The system that runs this path is Fragments of Time. And to get Fragments of Time, you need to fight behemoths inside 4 pillars. Now, each one of these four pillars kind of makes the behemoth immune to something, which means you can break. For instance, if it's a yellow one, you can break him. If it's a orange one, which I think it should be a red one, you can wound it. If it's a blue star, you can't stagger it. If it's a green cross, you cannot heal yourself. So it's basically all for him and nothing for you. By breaking these pillars, you do get your damage back, but the behemoth gets stronger. For each one pillar that you break, he gets 25% stronger on his attacks, and he gets 10% speed. But you get the same time fragments you did as if the pillars weren't broken. So I don't see the sense in this. This mechanic to me seems flawed. Either by breaking the pillars you get more time fragments, or you get less time fragments. I mean, it has to be some kind of variation for it to be worth it. There's also a lot of problems with this because mainly hunting grounds is for reforged weapons. You're trying to build them up so you're fighting behemoths 5 levels ahead of you, and if you break the pillars, they go up another 5 levels or 10 levels, so it's incredibly difficult to play against them if you're reforging. So you gotta have 2 ways to do this. Either you get a good weapon and you fight them, a level 10 weapon and you fight them and that's it. Or you take a low weapon, but you have to fight them at your own level. You know, you cannot go jumping hunting grounds 5 levels because then they'll become, you know, a lot harder to tackle. And again, there's no better rewards for it. You don't get more time fragments for it. Time fragments do give you some benefits. If you complete the nodes to the right, every time you dodge, you will build up this meter, and this meter will then create explosions once you attack the behemoth. This is good. I think this is an interesting mechanic, but be aware that you need a lot of points to do this. The ones to the left of it are debuffs, or not as strong debuffs as you would if you break the pillars. So I'm just building the one on the right that gives me advantages on all the entire game except on trials. And I'm right now holding off from doing anything to the left until probably Radiant escalation comes, because the pillars will have more impact there. But yeah, I'm not really fond of this system. It's just grinding for grinding. Sure, if you dodge, you build up the meter, and then you can attack it and the explosions come, and that's cool. Oh, remember that if you do a lantern attack, that'll count as an attack also. So if you are at a certain distance of the behemoth and you activate the lantern's lightning attack from the Trask, it will create explosions also, just so you know. But again, this system has to have more meaning than just this, because we're already having trouble completing the old path, per se, and you have this new one, and we'll have additions to this one once this Radiant hunting ground comes. So yeah, Warpike also had a rework. It had a lot of buffs, but personally, I'll do a separate video on Warpike later. But it feels exactly the same. Playing with a weapon feels exactly the same. It doesn't feel better than it was. It just feels that, allegedly it does more damage, but it still feels kind of clunky using it. Still feels a little bit clunky using it. But I'll do a separate video on that, and a more in-depth video on the pillars also. But yeah, this update, I'm not really fond of it. But, well, it's nice to see they're trying. They're still trying. I think they need to think better about what they want with the hunt pass, because I've seen tweets about how they think they should monetize the game, and I think they're really struggling for that. I already said this before. They reworked the entire studio. Phoenix Labs is now, has several studios. It has trying to do other IPs and working on other projects, and I think Dauntless is getting lost in the middle of all that, in trying to make money and trying to make the game, profitable or playable or gathering more people. I think it's not working. It's not working to the point that there was a bounty where you had to kill behemoths with a friend, and they completely removed that. So it means that people are not bringing their friends to the game. So yeah, they really need to think about what direction they want to this game, because right now this update doesn't seem good. It doesn't seem like a good direction. That's just my opinion. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and as always, have a great game, guys.